Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 25 in another part of the Toyota My Team career mode. Today we are back and we are excited to be getting things underway for the Miami Grand Prix. Of course, we're going to have the sprint race today, which means 100% live com in the sprint race. So really excited for that. Let's have a little look then at what we can do. I think let's focus on a couple of areas of the car there. We are going to go for Aero Blitz, and we're going to go for... why not go for Powertrain as well? Powertrain Focus, Aero Focus, Chassis Focus. And then here we would like a merchandise push. And to be fair, let's remove that one. Let's go for this facility cost investigation. That sounds good, actually. And let's go for more fan outreach. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look at some messages. Points on the board, nice. Don't think we've got any points, no. Yeah, I feel like you don't get much from that, do you? On to this, we should be ready to assign some upgrades. So, engine power. We can assign that to Colapinto. Nice. Development. Let's just have a little look at that. Yes, we want that ignition system. It's fine. Okay. All that looks good. Let's go into research now. Yeah. I've got no available slots for that. And we've got one of them going already. Engine distribution, let's just have a little look. I mean, there's a big one there, energy store cells. You know what, I might go for the tyre blankets. And then powertrain. Yeah, the rotor speed one is quite significant. Reasonably cheap. I don't think we've got enough to keep going with that. We should do by the end of the window, if you like. Facility improvements. Yeah, all of that looks fine. Let's go for that. Cool. Yep, all of that's looking very, very good. I don't know if we're actually able to talk to these two yet. Yeah, it's still going quite slow, isn't it? Which is weird. But we'll keep pushing on. Let's advance the time.
Hey boss, what do you make of this?
Some kind of event that we'll have a look at in a minute. Another upgrade. So what does he want? Our title sponsor CEO recently made a controversial statement about our partnership during an interview. While we don't want to upset them, this could harm our team's reputation. Call them out. Yeah.
Bad news, boss. It seems one of the parts we were developing has failed. We'll need to head back to the development area and try again.
So beam wing needs to be done. No, I don't want to. That's fine. Yeah, we don't have a slot for that yet. It's all good. We do have a beam wing. We're going to put on Colapinto's car, which actually will briefly make him the fastest car on the grid, which is unbelievable. Now, one thing we are going to do, folks, is switch up the career settings, because I feel like the AI aren't really doing anything. So we are going to increase their stuff there. We're obviously on reduced for resource rate. But yeah, we're going to keep it on that to just try and up them actually doing anything.
Great news. The development of a part is complete and it's now ready for fitting. Be sure to visit the Assign Upgrades screen when you have a moment.
So more development can be done. They're nearly done. Okay, so now we can get the halo started. Nice. Research-wise, look, so we've got 684 now. So they're recommending us doing some more engine durability stuff. That's fine. Okay, we'll sign things. No, nothing needs a signing just yet, but we can do some owner training, which is nice. Perfect. Do that one. Cool. That all looks good. We'll have to do that next Grand Prix, I think. What's going on here? The intranet has been updated. Nice. Yeah, all of that looks good. Right, let's keep pushing on.
Things are looking good. This worked out well for us, boss.
Okay, personnel facility. Nice. So the title sponsor stayed loyal. Fan rating has gone up. Nice. Okay, monocoque structure is done, which means we can now do some stuff here. All of that looks very good. Right, I think we're ready to rock and roll towards the weekend then. Tire allocation obviously very different for the sprint. want a harder allocation? I'm going to go harder. So race weekend, and this time we are going to change things up, and we are going to go with Franco Colapinto. I'm just curious to see where Zach O'Sullivan actually qualifies this weekend, but I'll see you guys for sprint qualifying in just a second.
Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
Well, here we are then for sprint qualifying. It's going to be, probably quite tough actually to pull this off, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless, and fingers crossed we can get through to SQ3, but gonna have to be very careful about the way that we go about this and time it correctly, but we'll see how we get on. Outstanding lap from us here. I'm actually worried that this might be in the bottom 6 as we come across the line. What's it looking like? Oh, actually no, it's not. It's P12,
okay,
but
just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Yeah, definitely got room to improve there straight away. I'll be intrigued as to where Zach O'Sullivan has gone with that time. It couldn't hold that, could it? Just sort of letting them past. Zach O'Sullivan's gone 10th, so he's quicker than us. We're 16th at the minute. Need a better second lap here, and we're going to have to be quick about it. Or we're going to be out in sprint qualifying 1. Well, we're trying to get ourselves some clear air here. This is risky. I'm going to go for it now so that we can make it to the line. We should be okay. Yeah, I didn't want to be in the midst of all of that, so here we go then.
And we've dropped to P18.
This to try and get through into the next part of qualifying. Remember, technically, Colapinto's car is the fastest of anybody's, in theory. Well, is this going to be enough? We're only 2.5 tenths up here, a little bit wide. Into the final corner. This is not very good at all. I think we're going to be out in SQ1 here as we come up to the line. It's P16, I think, and that is out of SQ1. Not good. It was losing that little bit in the final corner there. That did it for us, but well played to Zach O'Sullivan. He is through. But yeah, we just nowhere near with that, unfortunately, and yeah, a couple of tenths off, so yeah, gonna have to have a good sprint race. Well, 16th gets you through, of course, in this in this 11-team setup, so wow, very, very fortunate there. We squeaked through, or squawk, I guess, is the past tense for that. We're going to give ourselves one chance in SQ2, and hopefully that will be enough to get ourselves into SQ3, but yeah, I feel like we've had a second chance at life here.
Right, that's us down in...
Well, very good middle sector, but is it going to be enough? That's the question. We're coming round now. I have no idea if this is going to be good enough to get us through. We're coming over the line. It's a 28.6. It's slightly slower than Zach O'Sullivan now. We do just about have time. to do a second lap here. We're 13th as it stands. Question is, do we have the fuel for it? Oh, we just don't have the grip through there. And yeah, that's going to be that. That's going to be that. So P13 is the maximum we can get now, and that is a real shame. But I think that must be about the pace of the car, because we've pretty much matched Zach O'Sullivan, who qualifies an impressive 12th, considering, and we're just a couple of tenths outside the top 10. But yeah, possibly a little bit disappointing. This time, we are actually out of qualifying, and we're heading into the sprint race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Tsunoda, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Antonelli, and Nico Hülkenberg, Stroll, O'Sullivan, Franco Colapinto, and Lawson, Ocon, Gasly, Isaac Hadjar, and Ollie Behrman, Bortoletto, Fernando Alonso, Albon, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining.
Yes, the usual glitch before a sprint race.
We're not in the best position to get another points finish, so try and use the first lap to your advantage and make up places. So
we are going to go onto the medium tyres and see if we can have a good solid race. Let's get ourselves into it, and fingers crossed we can have a positive result here. Obviously, getting these tyres to the end is going to be an interesting task. We did about 9 laps on medium tyres in practice, and they were absolutely dead by the end of that. So they are definitely going to their limit in this Grand Prix, or in this sprint race. But it gives us a good idea tomorrow
conditions look good
of what we want to be doing. Now Zach O'Sullivan is right ahead of us. Can he get into the points? Obviously P8 and above gets you points. First sprint race of the season was in China, and we were looking pretty good there until a red flag and some incidents there curtailed our chance of getting points. It wasn't a great weekend in Shanghai for us. But we want to try and improve that again here. Obviously we've got qualifying to come as well after the sprint, ready for race day. Just sort of simulating a few moves on O'Sullivan there. Yeah, all being well, hopefully we get ourselves into the points here. It's going to be tough. Nobody is doubting that. Let's have a little look at the tyres. Yeah, they're looking pretty good though. Nicely warmed up. Ready for this race. Here we come, lining the car up. Getting it into position. Aim it towards that left-hand side. That's okay.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So here we go then. We're ready for the lights. And it's lights out, away we go here in Miami. We managed to get past Lance Stroll at the start there. Zach O'Sullivan is on the inside. Big lockups ahead. And you can see there's carbon fibre on the racetrack. We hold it down the inside there. That's George Russell just ahead in 10th place. But Zach O'Sullivan remains in front of us for now. And again, just a nice, calm start to this race. We, feel like we've probably got more pace on offer than was on show in qualifying. So we just need to remain patient here. But straight away, here comes Lance Stroll trying to come back at us. Look at that straight line speed. That's pretty damn good. And we're going to have to try and hold him down the inside here. Oh, look at that though. Who's this coming down the other inside? That's Liam Lawson, I think. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 3 wide there, but we managed to survive. And now O'Sullivan just ahead. We've made 1 place each so far. And slotted into hot lap mode. There goes O'Sullivan. He's going to go down the inside of George Russell. Is Russell the one that's lost a little bit of front wing? Because he seems to be struggling out there a little bit. Nope, that is somebody coming into the pit lane now. That's Lewis Hamilton. It's Lewis Hamilton that's lost a bit of his front wing. So O'Sullivan now up into 9th position, just 1 place outside the points for a sprint race. And obviously DRS is enabled this lap. Really important that we are within DRS here. These guys, or we're going to really, really struggle. DRS wide open. But yeah, we're going to sort of be part of a bit of a DRS train here. Unless O'Sullivan can break Russell here. Get out of the 1 second window to him. But basically everywhere up to I think, is it 2nd place? I think it looks like it. Tsunoda and Verstappen right at the top. Lando Norris is leading the way right now.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, big lock up. I think, was that Behrman there? I think it was. So is that Albon, I think, chasing him? But yeah, Behrman's sort of come a little bit detached from the group ahead, which is Hülkenberg, I believe. Yeah, Antonelli now dropping down the order. It looks like O'Sullivan is getting a good run. No, can't be Behrman. I think it was maybe Colapinto that locked up before. And look at these two, Antonelli and Russell, side by side. But O'Sullivan up into the points here. This is good stuff. So DRS is now open. Russell is the one in front of us. And we are taking a bit of a risk here down the inside. And we are through. Decent move there. Need to try and stay with Antonelli as well here. DRS open.
Good job. Nice
on him
overtake.
now. And once again, we got big lockups from some of the guys ahead. But the main thing is we are still within a second of Antonelli. Need a big first sector here.
You're in the top
that's
10
good.
now. Keep it up.
There's a little bit of ERS that could come back to bite us. Later on, DRS is open, but we're out of the 1 second window here. And there goes Antonelli on Zach O'Sullivan. Them two are battling. That's going to be tricky here. And Antonelli still side by side. There could be contact here. O'Sullivan's still there. Wow, what a move from Antonelli. He has pulled off two unbelievable moves. He pulled off one on his teammate on the last lap as well. Now really important DRS. There goes O'Sullivan once again. He's going to go down the inside of Antonelli. He's already through on Kimi Antonelli by the time they get to the corner. Now, what's going to be the big issue is these medium tyres are going to start dropping off. We are on to lap 5 of this Grand Prix. Race, sprint race. Just behind Kimi Antonelli. Again, need to stay within that DRS range. Bit of ERS to help us along there. George Russell is right there and he's pushing his way through. Goodness me, we had to get out of the way there. He threw himself down the inside.
Try to keep focus.
We're going to dive bomb him here. We are through. Unbelievably good. Look at this, we've caught up to Nico Hülkenberg now as a group. And I'll tell you what, I mean, Lando Norris is dominating the race. Piastri's got himself up to second here. The two Red Bulls are battling it out up front as well, and you know, it's chopping and changing this order. It's been a good sprint race so far. Antonelli seems to have run out of a little bit of steam. O'Sullivan's managed to just get a little bit of a gap, I think possibly because his eyes are fixed forward now on Nico Hülkenberg's car. But yeah, keeping nice and tidy through there. We'll go for a slightly wider exit this time once again. A bit slower on the acceleration, unfortunately, but there goes O'Sullivan now on Nico Hülkenberg. Looks like he's got a good move on him. And that could be Antonelli having a look at Hülkenberg as well. Them two are side by side now. And there you go, Hülkenberg. The car in front of us. He's going to have another go at Antonelli now. So looking pretty good as well, but we hold him off. Antonelli and Hulkenberg side by side a little bit, squirrely through the final corner there, but that is allowing O'Sullivan to push on. He's up to 7th now. Very good stuff from him. Meanwhile, us as Colapinto still stuck behind Antonelli. That's a problem. We're very rarely behind a guy that hasn't got DRS, and that's making our job so difficult, but we might have a chance on Hulkenberg here, because Antonelli is surely going to get him. Oh, that's George Russell again, steaming down the inside.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Once again, we go for it a little bit there, possibly bore out of a little bit of frustration. As once again, he went for a gap that wasn't really there, and this time we were so concerned on what was going on in front, he made contact with us. Yeah, we've got out of the 1 second there, so it's actually worked out quite well. We've now depleted our battery though. Oh. Wow. Don't know what's happened there. Did Russell hit us? Let's have a little look. What happened there? So he slowed down. That was Ocon down the inside, and then George Russell. Yeah, he's lost a bit of his front wing, I think, from what happened, and he's going to struggle now to stay there. Jack Doohan is out of the race.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
So Hulkenberg and Antonelli, they're going to continue their battle, you would imagine. Hulkenberg, is he going to have a look?
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
Laps we got to go. There's only 2 left after this. So if we want to get into the points, we have to make a move quite quickly here. DRS is open nicely here. There goes Hulkenberg. Is he going to have a look? No. Antonelli got good straight line speed. There's yellow flags here. I'm not entirely sure what's happened. Is that doing maybe?
The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Assuming it must be. It must be Jack Doohan. A little bit of a corner cutting warning there, just trying to maximise our exits here. Right, we got Ocon, he's fighting down the inside this time.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Well, Ocon locks up there. But it looks like he's done it. We're on the marbles and we can't get through. Yeah. I think the only place we're going to be going is backwards here. DRS open again. Look at those tyres, and yeah, it's not that surprising that we're falling off a little bit here. But here we go, we're on to the final lap of this sprint race. P11 at the moment.
Final lap.
The good news is it looks like Zach O'Sullivan is going to pick up a couple of points for us in the sprint race, which is just awesome. And continues his very, very good season so far. Whoa. Yeah, just a big slap of oversteer through that corner. And the problem we've got here is that Lawson's going to have DRS on us, and we do not have anything to fight with. We're going to try and use our overtake button, but even that is just not getting us anywhere near. Oh, and that's a big lock-up as well. These tyres are gone. Oh, and we oversteered into the wall there. Yeah, I think Lawson's even more than a second ahead of us now. So it's going to be P12, which is a shame. Is O'Sullivan going to get himself any more points? Lando Norris wins the sprint race. It looks like the Red Bull has finished second, Piastri third, Leclerc fourth. Another Red Bull in fifth. We're going to come across in 12th place. Our tyres completely dead.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So, let's have a little look then.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.
And, well, it was Yuki Tsunoda that finished second. Zach O'Sullivan finished in 7th place in the end. Very, very good there. Franco Colapinto is the one that finishes in 12th place. Yeah, we just ran out of tyres, didn't we, ultimately. But Zach O'Sullivan, once again, great performance from him. And, yeah, I mean, we're in a bit of a battle with Mercedes for 4th in the championship. Going forward, very, very good once again. And hopefully we can continue that moving forward. Very nice indeed. But tomorrow we will have qualifying and the feature race of the Miami Grand Prix. So I'm looking forward to that next time out. If you've enjoyed this episode, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.